Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. We're just on the backside of a major weather event we had yesterday here in Nova Scotia. It literally snowed 10 centimeters, then rained and blew so hard, man. The winds were high and the temperatures went up though. It started to rain and it rained most of the night, I would say. And now today it's like +4. We just went through 7 or 8 days of real cold here, like real cold, like -20 degrees Celsius type stuff. And just, I guess this storm is what broke that up. So looks like more reasonable temperatures from here for the next little bit. But anyway, I'm taking advantage of this +4 today and getting out. I'm at the Random Rock. I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work, man. I'm gonna try to use the Ohuhu stove as it's meant to be used, with sticks, with dry twigs and sticks I can gather off the lower levels of all these spruce trees around me here. So I think I see some birch bark. That's going to be real important for me to blend into this. I'm just going to try to boil a mug of water. That's it. Make a coffee. But let's see if we can do this anyway. If not, I brought backup, of course. I brought two backups today. So I got options, lots of options. But my goal today, after a big wet storm, was to bring out the Ohuhu stove and give it a try, see if I could make it burn in wet weather. If you're interested in seeing how this plays out, stick around. Okay, so I don't need that. That's my pellet burner. Now, I did find some birch, but it is soaked, man. Like really wet. So I put it in my pocket. My wife Rena hates that I does this. I put it in my pocket and then squeeze. And that squeezes some of the moisture out of it. And hopefully, I mean, it's saturated though. Look at how wet that is. It will still burn, I know that, but it's going to be a lot harder to burn. I don't know if that's going to work, man. I got some sticks gathered too. All we can do is try anyway. Let me see, I'll get my pot ready. I got my coffee stuff. Okay. Be careful, everything's a bit slippery here today, so I'm taking my time moving around, that's for sure, on this side hill. It's all snow covered and slick. All right, let's put this together and see if we can get her to go. Okay, so how are we going to put this together? I'm going to definitely need an assist from my fire kit, I would say. I carry all my firelight material in this here little glasses case. It's like $2 at the dollar store or something. I can fit a lighter in there, some wax paper and cotton ball and Vaseline fire starters in there, and a mint tin. I've got a Swiss Army knife in there, a Bic lighter, of course, one of these here solid tablets fire starters, a zip fire starter, and of course my cotton ball and Vaseline fire starter. So to start this off, I'm going to put a few tiny sticks in the bottom, I think. Get them all smushed up, all the sticks around on the trees. Like the wind wasn't really blowing just from one direction last night. It was blowing from all over. So I don't really want to put much more of that wet birch bark in there. I'm going to take a bit of my Vaseline and cotton and kind of break that up and just kind of put that in there too. There we go. And I take a pinch more of these tiny dry twigs. Maybe just a little bit of this bigger birch bark. I don't know. It's not looking good. This stuff is wet, wet. Soaking wet. Sprinkle some of it in there. Now let's try some more of this. I don't think I want that around the holes. I'm using the Ohuhu stove today, and I don't want to mess around too long because I'm out between after work and before supper. So in Nova Scotia, it's getting dark shortly after 5 p.m. right now. Not that I mind it getting dark, I got a flashlight, but I'm just out for a coffee. That's all I'm doing today, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to get this little stove going. I might be able to get that lit right there. Put a little bit more cotton ball. Like this here little tiny tin is holding like 4 cotton balls, and that's lasted me. I haven't put more in for the last couple months. I've used this every fire just about. Let's try some of that in there. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get that or not. So I've got my QSP Bison and my fire steel. Oh, she's going. Wonder if I can get any of this bigger birch bark to start. I'm just gonna have to really take my time on this. I don't know if it would help to have that on. I've only got a tiny little flame in there. That birch bark is soaked. That stick is soaked. No, that's going out right now. Okay. Still got cotton in there though. Let's light the cotton again and see if we can get this. No, sir. That does not want to go. Everything's just so wet, man. What do we want to do? Got a couple options. I could put this in there, see if I can get this to go underneath everything else. Kind of light that and drop everything in on top of it. That might work. Let's try it. One last try. We'll give it our best shot here. I'm not going to light that with... I suppose I could put cotton in there. I've got a Bic lighter, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to let that get fully going before I put anything on it. Because you can smother those things too, I've found. We're only trying to boil 1 mug of water, so I can get this on. While that's getting going, I might get it. Got flame down inside anyway. I'm putting my pot on it. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, we got flame coming out through the top, so let's go for it. It's a bit smoky. If I can get this boiled in 1 load of sticks, I might get it. Okay, I gotta get my coffee set up. Things are definitely happening in there. That's actually looking pretty good there right now. Gotta pay close attention to it though, or I'm gonna lose it while I'm building this cup of coffee. My sugar is in my mint tins. Just a little bit. My pour over device is made of silicone and packs down flat. I got just a regular basket filter. Squirrel found me. And I've got my coffee. Today we're trying a new coffee, specialty blend. Not really. It was I was at a Walmart today, a little bit bigger Walmart than the Walmart I'm used to being in, and they had coffee on. It wasn't even on sale. I think it was regular price. So this is Walmart brand, great value. There's a great big tub of it for like $9.77. I usually get Folgers, and it was cheaper too. It wasn't too bad. It was like $11. But I was like, man, $9.77 and 3 times as much. If that's drinkable, I'll do that. So this will be the first test of the Great Value brand original roast coffee. The old Walmart coffee. The Walmart coffee drift. Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh, that's looking good, man. Very nice, actually. Maybe that's the trick. One of them fire starters. That's like looking like it's gasifying and everything. I'll bring you in and show you that, man. That's cool. Now, see it gasifying there a bit? Looks like it's flames coming out the jets on the sides. Not all of them, but some. That's what this stove's supposed to do. Got steam in there. Way to go, oh hoo hoo stove. Please don't jump on me this trip, okay? Big old dead birch tree right above me. Like, if he goes, he's jumping on me. Look at that, you add some sticks to it and it takes right back off, man. Cool. So I've used the Ohuhu stove in the last few videos, trying to get a method of using pellets down. And yeah, I had some success with that, but one of my subscribers, Angela C, had commented that she has an Ohuhu stove as well. And that's how she found my channel. And she had mentioned that she has trouble with it, getting it lit right. And I said, like, wet material is no good with the Ohuhu stove. And I think what I'm realizing here tonight too, oh, that's coming on boil there right now. What I'm realizing here tonight too is that it got to kind of pack the material in real loose, right? I know I used a zip fire starter to get it going, but now that it's going, it's doing pretty good. I actually hit a boil. It sounded like I thought I heard a boil. Yeah, it's boiling. So these sticks are wet, but they're not completely soaked. They still snap, and they're small, right? So if you can use that sort of stuff in one of them zip fire starters, well, watch how this takes off while I get pouring my coffee. See, watch and see if it'll do it this time. There it goes. Now that it's running, I wonder if it'll burn through that birch bark. I don't think it will. That birch bark's really wet. Even squeezing it in my pocket did nothing, I don't think. It's trying. It's trying to ignite. My baking pan's not even hot. I wanted to use it because I figured there might be moss exposed. I don't want to be burning an area of moss for no reason, right? So I put it still will get scorched if this gets hot, but it's so wet. You're not gonna create a fire here today. That's for sure. Anything that'll get out of control anyway. But I like to use the baking pan just to keep. That way I know for sure I'm not transferring enough heat to the ground to hurt anything. There she goes. There goes our old birch bark. See if we can get the rest of that to burn. A little bit of a smudging there, I guess. That's what I went for. Ooh, hot. Oh, after that wind last night, man, it was gusting. Well, the Weather Network was saying around 90, right? But it was like just sustained, man. There's a little gust coming through there now. As soon as I mention the wind, it comes. So I'm pretty grateful to be out today. That's for sure. And so, yeah, back to the Ohuhu stove, man. I like it. I've used it really a lot in the last year. It was a gift from a friend, and I'm so grateful for it. I haven't replaced it. I've made a couple stoves, right? But I have not replaced the Ohuhu and gotten anything different that I like better. And that's kind of how I am, though. If I've got something that works, I don't replace it. Someday, maybe. If I see something super interesting, I will. But for now, that's my little stove. Okay, coffee is poured. Let's give it a stir. I'm getting my hammock chair, my coverall leg hammock chair. For some relaxation and some coffee and some just looking around the woods. Up here high on the side hill, I can hear the stream crashing away down below. Now let's try that hammock chair out. Holy, it's slippery. There we go. Ah, that's where we wanted to be. As soon as I got it, I heard the crow. There it goes. All right, let's try our coffee. Already got something floating in it. Mm. Well, I mean, it was a great value, that's for sure. I am not a coffee connoisseur by any means, so, but I mean, it's strong, it's bitter, it's everything I like in coffee. It's more than everything I like in coffee because it was cheap too. $9.77 for a great big tub of herb. That's all right. Oh man, I appreciate this hammock chair. I appreciate the old Ohuhu stove too, man. I don't mind that I had to use a zip fire starter. At least I had one to use, right? Dry material. That's the key to that stove. Or use another method. I've used methyl hydrate in it. The methyl hydrate stove works awesome with a homemade penny stove or anything like that. I've used pellets in it. Now that I have the pellet burner figured out, I've got one more thing I'm going to try with that pellet burner to see if I can make it work even better. Last time it worked fairly good, man. It boiled water pretty quickly and was efficient, so I'm happy with that as well. I've tried charcoal last summer. I tried charcoal in it. I wasn't super impressed with that. All in all, sticks, just dry sticks. I've had really good luck with it some days and really bad luck others, so it's been hit and miss with the sticks. But if you're just looking to boil water, remember you don't need big sticks. Tiny hair like sticks is all you need. And even after a huge rainstorm like we had last night, you can still burn them. That zip fire starter did the trick. I'm just going to sit here right now and be completely silent for a while and enjoy this cup of coffee, man. I haven't decided if this is a coffee challenge. Okay, let's make this a coffee challenge. I guess. Might as well, eh? So, I'm going to do this coffee challenge. I've just decided that it's a coffee challenge. It was just a going out for coffee before supper drift, right? But might as well make it a coffee challenge at the Random Rock. And I'm going to send this one out to Angela C. She's new. I don't know how long she's been subscribed, but anyway, Angela, she comments on my videos, man, and I appreciate hearing from you. I appreciate your thoughts on the Ahuhu stove, and I'm glad you're tagging along, man. I hope you enjoy. I really do. I mean that. These videos for me are all about me just getting out here. Like I'm not in it for subscribers or anything like that. I'm just in it to show you what I'm doing and how what I'm doing doesn't have to be expensive. When I started coming out in the woods like this, I just had a knife, like, and it was a hand-me-down knife I had had forever. Slowly, you start gathering stuff, right? Gathered up a hatchet, gathered up a saw, got a pack, right? Just slowly, but not having those things didn't stop me when I started coming out in the woods. Thinking you have to spend a bunch of money to come out in the woods. That's not true either, man. Don't do that. I encourage everybody to just get out in the woods and just sit down, man. Have a seat, look around, watch, witness, listen, have a coffee if you can. If not, that's fine. Bring a bottle of water, man. Just come and sit down in the woods. Preferably somewhere where you can't hear other people. The drone of a stream or a brook helps a lot. It'll crush out any noise that might be trying to get at you. You just listen to the sounds, man. See what you can see. Get out there and see things. It's worth it. Anyway, I'm going to do just that while I enjoy this coffee. Great value. Angela C., I appreciate you. Thank you for tagging along. Oh, and like I was saying about the videos, I do these just for me, basically. I'm super pumped when people come along. That's great. But I started doing this like, it's more of like a video archive. Doing this, I enjoy this. I enjoy coming out in the woods and videoing what I've done. I don't know why. So kind of like Les Stroud back in the day, right? Self filming. Just filming yourself. It's a creative outlet for me. So I'm pretty sure I would be doing this if no one was watching. But those of you that are watching, I appreciate you, man, very much so. All right, that's it for me. Starting to lose the light here, so time to head down the hill. Angela C., this coffee challenge was for you. Nice little bit of time here at the Random Rock, man. One of my favorite spots. A little bit nicer when it's not so slippery. Nicer again when some of the woods are dry, right? We had a huge storm yesterday, so ain't nothing dry, but we got away with it using a zip fire starter. They come in handy. I'll have to remember to replace that one that was in my fire lighting kit because I won't have it next time we used it. Anyway, beautiful bit of time in the woods, man. Can't tell you how much I appreciate this time. Time to head her down the hill. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, and remember, folks, you will never find anything unless you get out and look. Go have a look, man. It's worth it. Bye for now.